and everyone else to arrive. But you won't find Aidensfield on the map for these parts, because Aidensfield's, well, it's a bit of a mythical village. We're a few miles from Ilkley, and lots of the filming goes on here. As to it does about 17 miles away in Whitby, and also a bit in the studio. But this is the important prop for this place, because this is where Constable Rowan lives and works, the police station. And the boys are busy just making sure it's all looking right to start the filming. Dave, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Simon.
Good morning. What's going on here?
Oh, we're just putting the signs up on the outside to dress the police station, because we've got some scenes this morning with Nick coming in and going into the office. Obviously, we used to shoot it all here, interior, but about a year ago we thought we'd give Debbie her house back, so we moved into a studio.
So it never was a police station then?
No, never, no.
So you just make it look like one?
Well, we put a couple of signs up, and the exterior is quite easy to dress, but inside, you know, we have to do a few little alterations.
So how often do you turn up here?
Probably about once a fortnight over the 10 months that we film.
And you must make Debbie's life a bit of a misery, don't you?
No, she enjoys it. Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah, well, it's a nice little cottage with 20-odd crew in there. No, she's great. You know, she joins in with us. And...
Quite cosy indeed.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, Dave, I'll let you get on with it. I'll just go and have a word with Debbie and
Thanks,
see.
Simon.
If you come with me, Simon, we'll just... Hello?
Hi there.
Debbie
Hiya.
Walker, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hiya.
Sorry to sort of wake you up so early and bring another crew in to see you. How long has this been going on? People turning up and wrecking your house?
They started back in November '91. It was the first time they approached me about the series.
Right. And before, they not only filmed on the outside, but they came inside your house too.
That's right, yeah. Up until the end of the last series, they used the whole house, barring the bedroom, one of the bedrooms and the bathroom, yeah.
So what did they do inside? Did they sort of toss out all your furniture and bring in their own stuff?
Yeah, that's right. They put all my stuff into storage, bar a few things, obviously, and brought in their own set, 1960s set.
And you lived in their set?
Yeah, that's right.
So what happens if the dog knocked over a cup of coffee or something like that?
Well, I think we have to regard that as tough, but no, they're very good really about it. There have been one or two accidents, but not too many.
So you're quite happy about this. What about when people pass by, because the road just down the bottom there, anyone sort of stop and go, it's the police station from Heartbeat?
Yeah, they do, but I have quite a lot of fun dodging in front of the camera, because they come along, put the camera down, and I go back inside and they put the camera back up. So, yeah, I have a little bit of sport with it, but it's not been too bad on the whole.
And it's obviously nice seeing Nick and the cast turning up all the time.
Yeah, I tend to regard them as good friends now, because, you know, I know them all so well from, you know, what, 5 years now.
So you'll be putting the kettle on for them later on, will you? And for us, hopefully.
If they're well behaved, yeah.
All right, well, thanks very much.
Okay,
I'll leave
thanks.
you to get in peace at the moment.
Okay.
And, well, that's the cast. They'll be turning up later on. We'll be having a chat with them, hopefully. But let's just remind ourselves of some of the traumatic love life of Constable Rowan so far. Well, there you go. And the owner of this hat, Nick Berry, and the new love of his life, Juliette Gruber, will be with us in just over 20 minutes. So join us here in Aidensfield for some more Heartbeat.
Which is near Ilkley, as Simon was saying there. And what's that song, Ilkley?
Because in a moment we are going live to the Aidensfield set, where Simon Biaggi has got Heartbeat heartthrob Nick Berry and his new on-screen love Jo Weston, who of course is played by actress Juliette Gruber. But first we're going to have a little look at PC Nick Rowan's traumatic love life so far. Yep, Nick in Love is to be continued, because there is Simon Biaggi on the set at Aidensfield, and in a moment he is going to be meeting Nick Berry. Aren't you, Simon? Good morning.
Hi, Fiona. Good morning. Do you know, I didn't know whether to cry or to laugh. It's so sad, and yet it's so happy too. He's got a new woman in his life. That's one off your menu, actually, Fiona, isn't it? Because Nick has a new love in his life, and they're inside, hopefully, ready to come out and have a chat with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Juliette, hi.
Hello, how
nice
are
to
you?
meet you. And Nick, hi, come on outside and let's have a chat. It's lovely to see you up here so bright and early and cold here in Aidensfield. Do you know where you are sometimes? Because it's a bit confusing here. It's not really Aidensfield, a bit of a mythical village.
Yeah, a little village called Asquith.
Yeah.
Just outside Otley, we're at the moment.
So give me an idea. I mean, when you started this programme, you had no idea it was going to be so successful. And that was, what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years now. We started off to make 6 episodes, I think. And here we are 5 years later.
And how many million watch it? About 14 million on average?
I don't know, actually. The figures, I don't know. I think they've been very good,
figures.
yeah. Very good figures.
What's it like then, Juliette, when now that you've come on screen and the first kiss was, what, Sunday?
Yeah.
So the new love in Constable Rowan's life, it must have been a difficult job to step into, because Kate previously, you know, 5 years, they had a wonderful relationship, a few rocky patches and things, but how do you manage to step into a role like that?
Well, it wasn't that difficult actually, just because it might have been in the back of my mind that there'd been somebody there before, but you just kind of get on with it, and everybody here was wonderful and welcoming and lovely, and Nick was great.
Keep saying all the right things.
And so it wasn't that difficult actually.
You must be one of the most envied women in Britain at the moment.
Nothing to do with you.
I mean, you know, a well-known hunk, Nick. I mean, the women love you. They do love you on the telly. What's it like when you're appearing on the telly as that hunk, but at home, you know, you've got a wife, you've got a young kid. How do the family react?
I have. Well, I still get bossed around and told what to do at home. No, it's just a weird kind of title that you're given. I think most people on television are labelled as something. Happens to be my label at the moment.
Yeah. Do the family ever get involved in the acting?
No, possibly. I'm doing a project we finish in a couple of weeks, and then we're off to South Africa.
Right, so you don't just sort of put your feet up for the next sort of couple of months?
No, they're keeping us busy, but I think Rachel might be involved in that, which we'll start shooting on the 11th of November.
All right. Can you tell us a bit more about it? What's it called?
It's called The Black Velvet Band, written by a friend of mine, Chris McCallum, who's an actor and a writer, and it's about a band of men set in the 1840s who attempt to steal the crown jewels and get deported and end up in South Africa.
So very different from Heartbeat.
It's the nearest we'll ever get to being cowboys, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, back to Heartbeat, this new love of your life, Juliette here. Is it going to be a kind of similar story to Kate? Are you going to get together?
Well, it looks that way, doesn't it? I mean, I don't know how far we go in this series, but it could be the sound of wedding bells, who knows?
He's in love.
He's in love?
Big time, yeah.
All right.
Big love.
In a series like this, when you've been going so long, and you didn't expect to be going as long as that when you started, what does the future hold for you? Do you see yourself doing this for, you know, like people in Coronation Street, 30 years, 40 years?
Well, we're signed up to do another series next year, and as we always said, we'll see what happens. If there's enough story there, then we'll keep telling the story, but see what happens next year.
Because I read somewhere that you didn't see yourself wearing makeup and tights when you were 40 years old.
I'm not 40 yet.
So what do you see yourself doing?
I don't know. I think maybe I'd like to go the other side of the camera. You always seem to be having a better time than us.
Oh, well, we do, but you know, that's just us, you see.
So I think eventually that might be the path for me, but you never know. Never know what's going to happen.
And Juliette, now that you're obviously going to be well involved in this series, what do you see yourself doing as the character? What do you think will be happening?
Well, it's not up to me, but I mean, I only sort of find out sort of one script in advance. But it's you know, there are some, as far as I know, there are exciting things coming.
Ooh.
Ooh.
There's a teaser for you.
Right, well,
I'm not telling nothing.
You're not telling nothing. I knew I wasn't going to ask you, but you never will tell us. But it's been great for you to have us here this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. And you're going to be filming later on today?
Yeah, I think we're just about to start now, yeah.
So you're going to be tinkering with the MG?
Oh, something like that.
You're bringing in cups of tea and things like that?
Oh, dutiful wife already, yeah.
A dutiful wife already? Well, maybe there's a taste of things still. Nick and Juliette, thank you very much for having us this morning. And good luck with the series.
Thanks very much.
Back to the studio.